Yes, now we are going to study most important, most applicable portion of character table, that's the symmetry functions. How to establish those symmetry functions? Where are those symmetry functions? In region number 5 and region number 6 of the character table, these symmetry functions are there. What kinds of functions are they? Those are linear, quadratic and rotatory. So in general sense, if I have to say, those are rotatory and translatory functions. See, rotatory means you will understand simply by means of the rotation around the axis we can obtain a change. So function representing that is a rotatory function, Rx, Ry, Rz, where x, y and z are our rotatory axis. Similarly, we can perform translation, shifting, movement, change linearly. Linearly means along axis with respect to axis, or quadratically means a two coordinate system should be there. It can be the x square, y square, z square, or xy, yz, xz. So these linear functions x, y, z, quadratic function x, y, y, z, x, z, z square, x square, y square, and rotatory functions rx, ry, rz. How to determine them, how to establish them, how to represent them, how to understand them, that we are going to study in this part. Now my convention I informed to you. It is our z-axis, up down. Left right, x-axis. Towards you and towards me, y-axis. Let us understand now how can I represent z-axis or linear z function. Let me consider it is a z-axis. This lead of the pen means considers a pointer. It is pointing upside. Let me perform various operations on this axis. But for that, which operation should I choose? I need to choose one point group. Simple point group that I choose, C2V point group. In C2V point group, which operations are there? 4 total operations are there. Which are those? Identity, C2, sigma xz and sigma yz. So I want to perform all operations on this, and I will ask only one question. Whatever the direction of z-axis is there, what the direction of this lead of the pen is there, whether the direction is changing or not. If it doesn't change, score will be 1. This 1 mark. If it reverse, -1. Is it clear? Means shortly you can consider cos theta we are representing. Cos 0, 1. Cos 180, -1. So if there is no change in direction, means symmetric, +1. If opposite, anti-symmetric, -1. Let us start. It is our z-axis. Perform identity operation. Is there any change? No. So remember, below identity, 1 will come. Perform C2 operation. After performing C2 operation, okay, that z-axis also will rotate, but direction of lead is not changed. Position of lead is not changed. It means 1. Now sigma xz is a molecular plane. If I reflect this axis through sigma xz, what will happen? I can cut that axis, just consider, and reflection, the portion which towards you will come towards me, and portion towards me will go towards you. Now you will be the question, how axis we can divide? Actually we are considering an orbital, the pz orbital. So we are going to cut that. So positive phase and negative phase. In spite of saying positive phase, I said the lead, I said the tip of the pen, that you can consider. So if I reflect through xz plane, then there will be no change in direction. Direction will remain same. Through yz plane, no change. So below identity 1, below C2 1, below sigma xz 1, below sigma yz 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1, all where it means it is linear z function. Simply I can represent as z. So whatever our A1 Mulliken notation is there, A1 irreducible representation there, it signifies pz orbital. It signifies linear function along z. The simple representation is z. Similarly, let us work for x-axis. This is our x-axis. Perform identity operation, no change. Perform C2 operation, rotation around z-axis. So after rotation, what will you find? The direction will be opposite So how many marks? -1. Yes. For C2, -1. Perform sigma xz, molecular plane operation. Sigma xz operation, no change in direction. Perform sigma yz operation. I have to cut this axis. I have to cut this direction. I have to cut this px orbital in this way. So after reflection, this portion, say positive phase or say this direction, will go opposite. It means -1 mark. So for C2, -1. For sigma yz, -1. So which representation is there which has that -1 and -1 at C2 and sigma yz? Yes, it is our B1 representation. So B1 irreducible representation signifies linear function, which is that x. Similarly, if I consider it is a y-axis, the pointer or direction is towards you. Perform identity, no change. Perform C2, yes, the change, -1. Perform sigma xz operation, reflection will be there, change in direction. Perform sigma yz, no change. So for C2 and sigma xz there is a -1. So which representation is there which has the -1 character for C2 and sigma xz? Yes, that's a B2. So B2 irreducible representation signifies y as a linear function. So x, y, z linear functions, are they clear? Now let us talk about rotatory functions. Again, the z axis I am considering, the pointer is upside. This direction whether changes or not, that only you have to find out. If it becomes opposite, then -1. If it remains same, then it will be +1. It will give character +1. What I have to consider now? Now not only simple axis, I have to consider rotating axis, rotatory axis. So rotatory Z, on this rotatory Z, I have to perform various operations. Point group that we consider the C2b. So 4 operations are there, E, C2, sigma xz and sigma yz. Those we need to perform. Perform identity operation on this rotatory Z axis. Are you finding any change in the direction of rotation of the Z axis? No, give 1 mark. Perform C2 operation. So rotation is continuation. So rotation is there, direction is not changed there, so it means C2 also is not going to change the direction, give 1 mark. Perform sigma xz operation, see molecular plane now. So what I have to do, I have to cut these rotatory pz orbital you can consider, or the z direction you can consider. If I cut it and reflect, then what will you find? After rotation, when that axis or that rotatory point meets the mirror, the reflection will occur. So direction, if it is there previously, likewise after sigma xz, direction will revert, direction will reverse, the direction will become opposite. So for sigma xz, give -1 mark. For sigma yz, the same thing will happen. During rotation, when that point comes or hits the mirror, reflection will occur. When any plane cuts the axis, that's the rotating axis, the rebound occurs, or -1 character will be there. So for sigma yz, there will be -1 character. For sigma xz, there will be -1 character. Rest, there is a 1 character. So which representation is there where for sigma xz and sigma yz -1 character is there? Yes, that's A2 representation. So A2 irreducible representation represents rotatory Z axis or rotatory Z function. Similarly, it is our rotatory x axis. I have to perform various operations of C2 point group on this rotatory x-axis. Perform identity operation. What will you find? Will there any change in direction? No. Give 1 mark. Perform C2 operation. See, I have to rotate this x-axis without changing its rotatory motion. See, what was happened? Previously, direction of rotation was in this way, and now direction of rotation is in this way. So, see, there is a change in the direction of rotation. How many marks you will give? -1. It is anti-symmetric. It means rotatory x function is anti-symmetric for rotatory C2 operation or C2 operation. Now perform sigma xz operation. See, while this is rotating, I have to cut that. If I cut any axis which is rotating, what happens? Rebound occurs, reverse occurs. It is anti-symmetric. So for sigma xz, -1 mark. For sigma yz, this rotatory x-axis I have to reflect through. So whatever these rotations are going on, I have to find that reflection in the mirror. What will I find? Whatever this rotation is there, same rotation will be there in the mirror also. So direction of rotation will not change. There will be 1 mark below sigma yz. for rotatory x. So for sigma xz and for C2 minus 1, so which irreducible representation is there which has representation minus 1 for C2 and sigma xz? Right, it's a B2. So after B2 we can write this Rx as a symmetry function. Now last in the rotatory, that's a rotatory y. So I have to consider this y-axis, the pointer is towards you and it is rotating. Now perform INT operation, no change, give 1 mark. Perform C2 operation, see this direction of rotation I have not to change, but I have to rotate that the y-axis. See, now direction of rotation now is in this way, previously I was there, it was this. So direction of rotation change, it means minus 1 mark. Perform sigma xz operation on this rotatory y. Sigma xz means this molecular plane. So if I reflect through that, what you are finding, direction of rotation is in this way. When you reflect through the mirror, you will find reflection also is the same direction. So for sigma xz, it is symmetric. Now this rotatory y, for sigma yz, it is cutting that the rotatory y orbital. So there will be symmetricity or antisymmetricity? Yes, antisymmetricity. So which representation which is antisymmetric for C2 and for sigma yz? That representation is B1. So likewise, we can establish a column number 5. For A1, we will get Z. For A2, we will get RZ. For B1, we will get X and RY. And for B2, we will get Y and Rx. That's our region number 5 from character table. Similarly, how to obtain is quadratic functions. Of course, those are the translatory functions that we are going to study. So I am considering it is x-axis, z-axis. Between x and z, the one lobe, say it is a positive lobe. Between x and z, second lobe, say it is a negative lobe. Between x and z, third lobe, positive lobe. Between x and z, fourth lobe, negative lobe. Positive, negative, positive, negative. These are the wave functions for that dxz orbital. Perform IDT operation on this dxz. No change. So give 1 mark. Perform C2 operation. So you have to rotate that xz orbital. Due to rotation, positive phase will come to negative. Antisymmetric. Perform molecular plane operation. That's a sigma xz operation. Because of that reflection, positive will remain to positive side only. Because of that, it is symmetric. Give 1 mark. Perform sigma yz operation, a plane perpendicular to the molecule. Because of that, positive phase will come to negative and negative will come to positive. So it is antisymmetric. So for C2 and for sigma yz, this xz plane is antisymmetric. Which representation, which irreducible representation which is antisymmetric for C2 and the sigma yz? It is B1. So B1 represents translatory xz function or quadratic xz function. Similarly, you can work for xy and yz. Now I talk about the dz square orbital. Actually dx square and dy square we do not represent, but mathematics has to consider all kinds of the operations. So we should consider here in this character table x square and y square operations also. How z square remains, likewise x square and y square also will behave. So talk about the dz square. dz square orbital, you know, there are lobes along z-axis. If I consider the positive lobe, lower lobe will be negative and the donut shape will be there. Ring will be there around that z-axis in xy plane. That will carry the negative wave function. Perform identity operation on that. No change. Perform C2 operation. Phase will not change. Phase will not change. Perform sigma xz operation. Phase will not change. Perform sigma yz operation. Phase will not change. So 1, 1, 1, 1, which is that symmetry function z square. Similarly, x square, y square we can represent. So x square, y square, z square. So all direction it is what? Symmetric. So this can be a representation of s orbital. Mistiming, remember, x square, y square, z square and various their combinations can represent s orbital. So because of these similarity functions, what can we get? We can understand behavior or representation of orbitals. X means px orbital, y means py, z means pz, and whatever the z square, xy, yz, xz, xy are there, those are the d orbitals. So we can understand a chemistry because of character table. See how the developments have took place. At the beginning, only we were discussing symmetry element, symmetry operation, then the point group, then we represented it in terms of matrices. Because of that we could find a trace or the character, and we established that numbers table, that's a character table. Now we are interpreting those characters and the behaviors of various orbitals. So x orbital, y orbital, z square, y square, xy, xz, various orbitals. Not only translatory functions, rotatory functions also we can represent by means of the character table. What is the use of that character table? That you will come to know when we'll discuss the additional applications. But let us know how to establish that character table. So only numbers you were established, Mulliken's representation you have given. Now symmetry functions also you understood how to represent them. Therefore, I prepared this separate video to understand representation of rotatory and translatory symmetry functions in region number 5 and region number 6 of character table. Let us understand the determination of symmetry species for translations and rotations with the help of various diagrams. Here I am representing Z orbital. See, upper lobe, let me consider it as positive. It is by shaded portion. And lower lobe, negative, which is represented by white region. And red color arrow is there, which indicates direction of z-axis. It is just for our understanding purpose. What we need to ask a question to ourselves, if we perform the various operations, whether that direction changes or not. If changes, means if it inverts, if it becomes opposite, then it is anti-symmetry. So I have to give mark -1. It will be the character for that particular operation. If there is no change, then 1. So whatever the example that I am considering, 1 and -1, symmetric and anti-symmetric, these two terms are sufficient. So on this PZ orbital, if I perform identity operation, no change in direction. C2, no change in direction. Sigma xz, sigma yz, the portions will change, but direction of that z orbital or the upper side positive region is there, positive wave function is there, it will remain to upside only. So there is a no change by any operation. Therefore, I can say this z function or linear symmetry function, z is symmetric for all 4 operations of C2V. So any irreducible representation which is symmetric for all 4, then that will represent Z function. That will represent linear Z function. Which irreducible representation represents all where 1, 1, 1, 1? Yes, it's A1. Therefore, after the characters of A1 in region number 5, Z is represented. Now let me consider other orbital, say Px orbital. The positive lobe is pointing towards us and negative lobe is away from us. Here, whatever the representation is there, about which I am giving explanation. If we perform identity and sigma xz operation, that's a reflection through a plane passing through x and z axis, means passing through that P orbital, that's a Px orbital. There will be no change in direction. Positive portion will remain to positive portion. Because of no change, we can say it is symmetric. What about the C2 and sigma yz operation? By C2 means by rotation, the direction of arrow will change. Positive wave function which is towards us will go away from us. Same will be the case for sigma yz reflection. So we need to search that irreducible representation where for identity and sigma xz there is 1 character, and for C2 and sigma yz -1. So it is our B1 irreducible representation. What does it mean? B1 irreducible representation signifies x as a linear function. See, one more orbital. It's a Py orbital. For identity and sigma yz there is a no change. So it is symmetric with respect to that operation. But this y as a symmetry function is antisymmetric for C2 and sigma xz because direction is going to change. So B2, which is antisymmetric for C2 and sigma yz, represents y as a linear symmetry function. Now let us understand rotatory functions. Rotatory representation. Here I am representing z rotatory function. So you can consider
Z orbital or Z axis which is rotating one. If we perform identity and C2, direction of rotation will not change. Here we have to ask a question whether direction of rotation changes or not. But by performing sigma xz and sigma yz reflections, direction of rotation also reflects and there is a change in direction. Direction becomes exactly opposite. So for sigma xz and sigma yz, this rotatory z function is antisymmetric. Which representation is antisymmetric for sigma xz and sigma yz? It is A2. So A2 irreducible representation signifies rotatory z axis. Similarly, you will understand B2 and B1 respectively represents rotatory x and rotatory y. Now I want to talk about the quadratic functions. Those are represented in region number 6. As an example, here is a dxy orbital. Lobes are between x and y axis. Opposite lobes are with same wave function. Here we have to ask the question whether wave function remains same or not. If the wave function after performing that operation remains same, then it is symmetric. If it changes, then it is antisymmetric. So dxy orbital is symmetric for identity and C2. So one character should be there below E and C2. And for sigma, wave function shuffling will be there. Wave function exchange will be there. Positive region will become negative. Negative will become positive. So it is antisymmetric for sigma xz and sigma yz. So which representation which is antisymmetric for sigma xz and sigma yz? It's a A2. So A2 represents quadratic xy function. So this is a translatory function. Translatory and rotatory. In this way also we can categorize these functions. So in region number 6, xy is represented, which signifies pictorially dxy orbital. Likewise, you will understand non-axial dxz and dyz. Those respectively represents B1 and B2 irreducible representations. I hope the concepts of the various symmetry function is clear to you. Now see here, bunch of orbitals, that's a dz square, dx square minus y square. Similarly, orbital is not there, but if mathematically we represent dx square, dy square, where these orbitals are symmetric for all operations, A1 will signify all those. So quadratic functions are represented as x square, y square, z square. We can consider operations among them, combinations among them as a representation of A1. S orbital comes in this category that we are doing approximation. So I hope the concept of rotatory and translatory functions and their representation in character table, we represent them in region number 5 and region number 6. In region number 5, linear and rotatory functions, and region number 6, quadratic symmetry functions we represent. Here we have covered the concept of representation of linear and translatory functions.
Mulliken's notations for various representations, we can consider it is a symmetry for those representation. It is a symmetry for those symmetry functions. Now I am asking question to you. For C2V point group, the px orbital can be represented by which Mulliken notation? Means which irreducible representation signifies px orbital for C2V point group? Just write the Mulliken notation in comment box which represent px orbital.
Thank you.